You finally done it. You got somebody to say yes to payments. Seller financing. What's up, Cracked Canvas community? This is your boy KP here. And today we're diving deep into a topic that can literally change your real estate game. Seller financing. You hear gurus like Pace Moore be crushing it, making millions, teaching it. But here's the real talk. A lot of you, even seasoned investors or agents, get stuck on one crucial question. Once a seller says yes to payments, now what? We're cutting through the BS, no fluff, just the raw truth. You need to go from agreement to keys in hand. Because let's be honest, not many folks are breaking this down step by step. What forms to use and what it actually takes once you found that motivated seller. This isn't just a video, it's your evergreen playbook for seller financing success. I've done the work, I've done the research, I've got everything situated just right to help break this shit down. First, let's level set. What is seller financing? Simple. It's when the property seller acts as the bank. Instead of you getting a loan from Wells Fargo or Chase or whoever the hell you bank with, you're making payments directly to the person selling you the house. Think of it as a handshake deal, legally binding, that cuts out the traditional lender middleman. Well, you ask, why would a seller do this? Well, for millions of reasons, but usually it boils down to motivation. They might want passive income, tax benefits, or they just can't deal with the headache of a traditional sale. Maybe they own the property free and clear, or have a ton of equity and are just tired of being a landlord. They're known as tired landlords. This isn't for every property, folks. We're talking about homes that are paid off or have significant equity. If they're upside down on their mortgage, seller financing usually isn't a good option. All right, now let's discuss what in the hell is the difference between seller financing versus subject to, sub 2. Let's not get it twisted. Now, a critical distinction, because this gets confused all the time. Seller financing versus subject to deals. They sound similar, but they're fundamentally different. Well, with seller financing, the seller is actively lending you money, taking back a note and a mortgage or deed of trust. You, the buyer, are typically getting a new loan directly from the seller. Well, with subject to, the investor are taking over the existing mortgage subject to the existing loan. The mortgage stays in the seller's name and you're making the payments. This has its own sets of risk and rewards, but it's not seller financing. Think of it this way. One creates a new loan, the other takes over an old one. Got it? Great. Now what? All right, you've done the hardest part. You found a motivated seller and they've agreed to terms. Man, that ain't good. High five. Great job. You'd have done the most challenging part. It is difficult to find a seller financing deal for most people. Let's break down the actual steps to get the deal across the finish line. This is where most people freeze up, so pay attention. Hit pause if you need to and take notes. This is your blueprint that most people do not cover. They will go over the seller financing deal. They'll talk about it. They'll do courses on it. They will do all kinds of shit. But they will not tell you, once you get a motivated seller, you have the agreement. It's like, okay, well, now what? Now what do I do? Right? Well, get it in writing. Your verbal agreement is great for building rapport, but it's worth squat in court. You need a purchase and sales agreement or purchase contract drafted. This document outlines the core terms, the price, the down payment, if any, the interest rate, payment schedule, and closing date. This doesn't need to be overly complicated, but it needs to be clear. You can find templates online, but For the love of your wallet, make sure it's state specific and ironclad. You probably want to get a real estate attorney. You're setting the foundation here. Now, step 2, due diligence. Don't skip this. Just because the seller is financing, it doesn't mean you skip your homework. This is still a property purchase. You got to have an inspection. Get a property home inspection. Get a professional home inspection. You need to know the condition of that property before you commit. Title search. This is not negotiable. A title company will perform a title search to ensure there are no liens, judgments, or other claims against the property that could mess your ownership up. You want a clean title, folks. Appraisal. Optional but recommended. An appraisal will tell you the fair market value. This helps ensure you're not overpaying, especially since there's no traditional bank doing this for you. Step 3, draft the seller financing documents. Most of the time, your attorney is going to take care of all this for you, and you just got to go over the process with your real estate attorney. This is the meat and potatoes of the seller financing deal. You'll typically need 2 main documents, though. The names might vary slightly by state. It's called a promissory note. You've heard Pace Morby say that a lot of times. Promissory note or real estate note. This is basically an IOU. It's your promise to repay the seller the agreed upon amount, detailing the payment schedule, interest rate, late fees, and what happens if you default. Mortgage or deed of trust. This secures the promissory note against the property. It gives the seller the right to foreclose if you don't make your payments. This is what officially puts a lien on the property in the seller's favor. These documents are crucial. Do not try to draft these from scratch without legal help unless you are a real estate attorney yourself. Hire a good real estate attorney or a reputable title company to handle this part. That's also true. A title company will also handle a lot of the legwork and do a lot of this for you. I've heard Millennial Mike. I've heard other people say the same thing. If you got a good title company, they'll handle a lot of this paperwork, documentation stuff for you. Seriously, spend the money here. It's pennies compared to losing a deal or getting into a legal nightmare. Step 4. This is the big day. The closing will typically happen at a title company or at an attorney's office. Signatures. You'll sign the promissory note, the mortgage deed of trust, and any other closing documents. The seller will sign the deed transferring ownership to you. Funds transfer. If there's a down payment, that money will be exchanged. Recording. The deed and the mortgage/deed of trust will be recorded with the county. This makes your ownership and the seller's lien official public record. A good title company or closing attorney will walk you through every document and answer your questions. Don't be afraid to ask. This is your investment. Step 5. Post-closing, setting up payments and servicing. Congrats. And I mean that. Congrats. You did something pretty awesome here. You're a property owner without a bank. Now the ongoing part. Payment setup. Establish a clear method for payments to the seller. Direct deposit, online bill pay, or a servicing company are common options. Loan servicing. Highly recommended. You can hire a third-party loan servicing company. They handle collecting payments, sending statements, tracking balances, and even handling late notices if needed. This keeps it professional and hands-off for both you and the seller. It's worth a small fee for the peace of mind and to avoid awkward conversations. Insurance and taxes. Ensure the property is properly insured with you listed as the owner and the seller listed as an additional insured or lien holder. Let me repeat that. Insurance and taxes. Ensure, E-N-S-U-R, ensure the property is properly insured, I-N-S-U-R-E-D. Make sure it's insured with you listed as the owner and the seller listed as an additional insured or lien holder. Property taxes will need to be paid either directly by you or through an escrow account managed by the servicing company. Final thoughts. Seller financing is a powerful tool in real estate, especially in today's market. It opens up opportunities that traditional financing might shut down, but it requires you to be very knowledgeable, professional, and methodical in your approach. Follow these steps and you'll be well on your way to adding another profitable deal to your portfolio. This isn't just about closing a deal, it's about setting yourself up for long-term success, building relationships, and stacking that financial freedom brick by brick. We're all about that no BS approach here at Canvas Community. Yes, we are. We are all about no fluff, no BS, straight to the point, concise, and as clear as I'm able to speak as I'm getting more and more comfortable on camera and speaking to you all like it's just one person. I'm very much working on it. I know I stumble. I know I'm tripping. I know I'm not great, but I'm working on it, okay? I really am working on giving you valuable, educational, finance, REI content that helps you out forever. I hope that you hit the smash. I hope you smash the like button for me. Please smash the like button. Please subscribe to the Canvas Community for more real, raw, and actionable insights into finance, REI, and building your empire. And do me a favor. Please do me a favor. Help the channel grow. Comment below. What's your biggest takeaway from this video besides that I suck? I don't need to hear your hate comment. It don't affect me none. It's not going to make me stop doing YouTube. It's not going to make me stop making videos. It's not going to do anything. I'm going to hit the little thing that says hide user from channel. This way I still get a comment and you help the algorithm, but nobody's going to see it. So be nice. It don't cost anything to be nice. Don't cost anything to be kind. That's what we need in the world. Lift up. Don't knock down. Help people rise, okay? But let's get the conversation going. Comment what's your biggest takeaway or what's holding you back from your first seller financing deal, or if me and AI and all my research got anything wrong, or you want to add something because you've already done a lot of seller financing deals, please comment. Help out. That's what it's all about. Conversation, communicating, educating. That's what it's all about. On this channel, we want to just educate and inform. You know where to find us. I'm pretty much only on YouTube right now. I don't have a TikTok. I don't really have an Instagram. I don't know the last time I've been on it. I have a Facebook. That's personal. I don't have a business Facebook. That's all I got right now, guys, is this YouTube channel. 23,000 subscribers and growing. Thank you for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. KP out.